Hello everyone and welcome back to our How to Play Lorcana guide. Today we are going to show you how easy it is to set up and jump right into a game of Disney Lorcana. This game is so fun and actually very easy to learn, so let's jump right in. In Lorcana, you play the role of an Illumineer and the object of the game is to gain 20 lore by sending your characters on quests. To start with, each player has to have a deck of at least 60 cards, and no single card can appear more than 4 times. For example, you can have 4 copies of Elsa Snow Queen and 4 copies of Elsa Snow Regent, as they are both 2 different types of cards. There are 6 ink types altogether, but your deck cannot consist of more than 2 ink types. The ink types are Ruby, Steel, Sapphire, Amber, Emerald, and Amethyst. A card's ink type can be found between its text box and the name of the card, and is indicated by the symbol on the left-hand end of the color band, as well by the color of the band itself. Now, let's take a quick look at card details. In the top left corner of each card, you will see a number. This number is what it costs to play it. If it has this symbol around the number, this is called the inkwell and can be played face down as ink. If it does not have this icon around it, you cannot play it as ink. Only 1 ink can be played once a turn, and each card in your inkwell is considered 1 ink. There may be other ways to play ink on a turn through other cards and abilities, but otherwise, you can only play 1 from your hand a turn. To show that you spent your ink to play a card, you exert the ink you want to use it by turning it 90 degrees, or tapping it as it's called in Magic the Gathering. Think carefully which cards you want to use for ink, as once you use them, you cannot get them back. Think of your ink as currency, like mana if you play Magic the Gathering, or energy if you play Pokemon. Let's take a look at a character card and look at what information it gives. Top left is its cost and if it provides ink or not. Below that, you can see the character's name and which version. Again, you can only have 4 of the same character/version in your deck. Below that is its classification or category in which special rules may affect, such as Floodborn, Sorcerer, or Broom characters. Some effects target only specific cards. Below that is any special abilities or effects a card may provide. To the left of the special abilities, we see these little diamond-looking symbols, which is how much lore it'll give you when you send that character on the quest. And the numbers on the right side of the card is your strength and willpower, or how much damage it'll do, and your life your character has before it's knocked out. The number in the circle on the left is its strength, or how much damage it deals. The number on the right is willpower or health. Once you have your deck ready to go, you and your opponent decides who to go first. You can use a dice, a coin, or whatever means you like. Now that you have decided who goes first, each player shuffles their deck and draws 7 cards. Each player may look at their hand and decide what cards they like to keep. You may put any amount of cards you don't want on the bottom of your deck and draw that many cards. You can only do this once. Now you're ready to play. Players will take turns until one reaches 20 lore. Each turn consists of 2 phases, a beginning and a main phase. The beginning phase has 3 steps, a ready, set, and draw phase. In the ready phase, the player readies any exerted cards, which is shown by being rotated 90 degrees sideways, similar to tapping in Magic the Gathering. By turning them upright again, exerted cards cannot be used until they are readied. Set. The player activates any beginning phase effects by following the instructions on the relevant cards. Draw. The player draws the top card of their deck into their hand. The step is skipped by the first player during the first turn of the game. Now on to the main phase. This is where most of the action in Lorcana takes place. This is where players will play and activate cards, items to try and gain lore and knock out your opponent's characters. During the main phase, players may perform any number of actions any number of times as long as if they have the ink and readied cards to do so. During the main phase, a player can play a card, use a character ability, use an item, ability, quest, or challenge. Play a card by paying its ink cost by exerting the amount of ink required. When a character card is played, it's played on the ready position, but it cannot be used the turn it comes out. Think Summoning Sickness if you play Magic the Gathering. Item cards are played above your inkwell and can be used immediately. These remain in play. Action cards activate instantly when played, triggering any effects as per the text on the card. Once an action card has been used, it goes into the player's discard pile face up. When questing, simply exert the character card and gain that much lore indicated on the right side of the card. To knock out an opponent, you exert chosen character, and you can only target your opponent's exerted characters. So you have to consider who you quest and attack with, because when you exert a character, you're open for attacks. You cannot attack characters in the ready position. When you attack, you subtract your strength from your opponent's willpower and their strength from your willpower. If either card's willpower reaches 0, it's knocked out. If any willpower remains, use tokens to show how much damage it has taken. This damage will remain until this character is either healed by other in-game effects or is knocked out. Songs add an interesting twist to the game. Songs have a cost you can choose to play, or you can play for free by using characters with required ink. However, this will exhaust that character, so it will not be able to perform any quest or attack, and leaves it open for attacks from your opponent. I like this as it is very Disney-like, as their characters are always singing. And now that's it. You're ready to start playing. Once you start playing and see how the game flows, you'll catch on quite easily. The game is fast and plays quite well. And that's it. You are good to start playing. Easy peasy. Now, if you like this video, please like and subscribe and hit the notification button for updates on our next video. Peace out.